Hi everyone, and welcome back to our High Holiday video series. We are in the third week of the Hebrew month of Elul, and we are getting deeper into our practice of Cheshbon HaNefesh, of soul accounting and self-reflection in anticipation of Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. This week I want to invite us to focus not on Teshuva related to our personal lives, but to focus on our collective lives. Most often we think about Teshuva as a personal spiritual practice. But in the eyes of our tradition, Teshuva is also a collective practice and is also about reckoning with who we have been and who we want to be as a Jewish community, as a country, and as a global community. This is one of the ways that we can understand why we confess in the collective voice on Yom Kippur, why in our prayers of confession we say we have sinned rather than I have sinned. We are called to account during the high holidays for who we have been and how we have acted this year as a collective. But as with personal reflection, we must begin simply by looking back at what this year has been like for us as a collective. What has this year been like for us as a Jewish community and for the Jewish people? What has this year been like for us here in the United States? What about for Israel and for the Middle East and for all of humanity? In what ways has this year been a devastating and heartbreaking year for us as a collective? And in what ways has it been joyful and growthful? And from there, we can begin to ask who we have been and how we have acted this year as a collective. We can begin to reflect on how we have acted as a collective. What are we most proud of about who we've been this year, as a Jewish people, as a country, and as a world? Conversely, how have we missed the mark this year as a collective? In what ways have we caused harm and destruction? In what ways have we transgressed our values and our collective commitment to building a world of freedom, equality, and justice for all people? In what ways have we become trapped in a mindset of fear and scarcity and greed and othering, rather than embodying a mindset of compassion and generosity and open-hearted connection? And finally, we can begin setting intentions for who we want to be as a collective in the year to come. Who do we want to be as a Jewish people in this next year? What kind of country do we want to live in, and how will we act to make that a reality? How do we want to live out our collective commitment to building a world of freedom, equality, and justice for all in the year to come, as a Jewish people and as a country and as a global community? As we deepen into our process of Cheshbon HaNefesh, of soul accounting and reflection this Elul, I want to invite you to sit with these questions this week. As always, I would be delighted to hear your responses to some of the questions if you so choose, and you can reach me at rabbi@bethtorah.org. Wishing you a meaningful and growthful Elul.